Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Students, in this video we will have a look how to multiply a decimal by 10. As in the previous lectures, you have already learned about the decimals, like and unlike decimals, addition and subtraction of decimals. So today we are going to start how to multiply a decimal by 10. Basically our topic is multiplying a decimal by 10, 100 and 1000. So firstly we are going to start multiplying a decimal by 10. Here I will explain you the multiplication by two methods. Multiplication by two methods. First method is the direct method, or you can say arrow method, and second one is by the place value chart. Let's start the first method, that how to multiply a decimal number by 10 directly by shortcut. Okay, these types of questions maybe you have to solve these type of the questions in objective type. So if you have any question like this in objective type, you can solve that question by direct method. Okay, multiplication by 10, multiplication of decimal by 10 means moving the decimal to the right side. Direct method, when you are using the direct method or arrow method to multiply a decimal by 10, so multiplication by 10 means moving the decimal to the right side, moving the decimal to the right side based on the zero of multiplier. Here our multiplier is 10, so there is only one zero. So move the decimal to the right side, and this movement depends on the zeros of the multiplier. Here I am going to give you a simple shortcut method how to multiply a decimal by 10. So let's start. Here I have two letters MR. What is this? MR. M for multiplication and R for right side. This arrow actually represents the direction of the right side. So M for multiplication, R for right side, means when you will start the multiplication of a decimal by 10, our decimal, we will move the decimal to the right side. We will move the decimal to the right side, and this movement of the arrow, this movement of the decimal depends on the zeros of this multiplier. In multiplication, we moving the decimal to the right side. Okay, in this multiplication of the decimal by 10, actually we are moving the decimal to the right side, and this movement depends on the zeros of the multiplier. Let's start with the help of example. Here I have first example, 1.52 multiplied by 10. Now in 10, how many zeros are there? In 10, how many zeros we have? We have only one zero. In 10, we have only one zero. So movement of the decimal actually depends on the zeros of the multiplier. So here our multiplier is 10. So how many zeros are in 10? 1 0. How many zeros are here? Only 1 0. So I am moving the decimal one place to the right side. Look here, decimal number is 1.52. As I have 1 0 in the multiplier, so my decimal, I will shift the decimal to the right side only by one place, just because of this 1 0. So I will shift the decimal, I will move the decimal to one place to the right side. One place to the right side. Got it? So when you will multiply any decimal number by 10, as there is only one zero in 10, so we will shift the decimal to one place to the right side. So what will be the answer? What will be our answer when I will shift the decimal to the right side for one place? My answer will be 15.2. Got it? I am shifting, I am moving the decimal one place to the right side. So my answer is 15.2. Clear? Very simple and very easy. Come to the next one. Next example is 27.2 multiplied by 10. Now how many zeros we have in 10? We have only one zero in 10. It means I will shift the decimal to one place to the right side. What's our decimal number? 27.2. Our decimal number is 27.2. So according to the zero of the multiplier, I will shift the decimal one place to the right side. So one place to the right side. So what will be the answer? 2, 7. As I am moving the decimal to the right side for one place, so 2 will be over here and I am shifting the decimal over here. So there is no more digits, so you can put 0 over here, or you can also write it 272. So our answer is 272.0, or you can also write it like 272. Come to the third example. 0.62 multiplied by 10. So our given number, decimal number is 0.62. Now according to the multiplier, 0 of the multiplier, how many zeros? 1 0. So I will shift the decimal one place to the right side. One place to the right side. So what will be the answer? Answer will be 62.0. Answer will be 6.2. So sorry, just wait. The arrow will be over here. Okay, after 6, arrow will be after 6. So our answer will be 6.2. Answer will be, okay, just wait, I will do it again. After 6, I will write the 6.2. Answer will be 6.2, because here the decimal is after 0. So I will shift the decimal to the right side, one place to the right side, because in the multiplier I have 1 0. So after one place I am shifting the decimal after 6. So firstly we have the decimal after 0, now we have the decimal after 6. So our answer is 6.2. That is our required answer. Clear? Sorry for this mistake, okay? Not this one. Now, so this is the direct arrow method which you can easily apply in the objective type questions. I hope this concept is clear. Now we will follow the same topic, multiplying a decimal by 10 by place value chart. By place value chart. So let's start. As you have already learned how to place or set the decimal number in the place value chart, so you should know how to draw a place value chart. In place value chart, when we multiply a decimal by 10, when we multiply a decimal number by 10, the number moves one column to the left in the place value chart. Here PVC stands for place value chart. So when you will multiply any decimal number by 10 by using the place value chart, number moves one column to left in place value chart. This one is the right side, this one is the left side. So when you multiply any decimal by 10 by place value chart, that given number moves one column to the left, one column to the left in the place value chart. So let's start with the help of this example. 1.52 multiplied by 10. Now 1.52 our decimal number and 10 is our multiplier. So by place value chart, when we will multiply this decimal by 10, we will follow this rule. Number moves one column to the left in the place value chart. Now in place value chart, this one is the right side and this one is the left side. So firstly I will put this given number in the place value chart, then I will put the answer. I will shift the number to the left side. Okay, so firstly I am going to just put this given number in the place value chart. What's our number? 1.52. So firstly we will put the decimal. Right side first digit is 5, second digit is 2, left side first digit is 1. So 1.52. Now when I multiply 1.52 by 10, as you can see, 10 is one decimal place. In 10, as we have 1 0, in 10 we have 1 0, it means we will shift the number one column to the left side, because in 10 we have 1 0, so each digit will move to the left for 1 place. 1.52 is our given number, and in our multiplier, as we have 1 0, so number moves one column to the left, one column to the left side. So let's start the movement. Now 1 is our first digit, so 1, when we will multiply it by 10, number moves one column to the left. Each digit will move one column to the left. So 1 will move to this place, 1 will move to this place. So now the next new place of 1 after multiplication of 10 will be the tens. Now decimal will be at the same place. 5 will shift to this place. So the next new place of 5 after the multiplication of 10 will be the ones place. Now last digit is 2. So multiplication by 10, after multiplication of 10, 2 moves to the left side, one column to the left side. So the new place for 2 is tenth place. So 1 after multiplication, 1.52 by 10, after the multiplication, number moves one column to the left. Each digit is moving one column to the left side. So after multiplication of 1.52 by 10, our answer is 15.2. Our answer is 15.2. I am using the same example that I have already used in the direct method, so it will be easy for you to compare the answer. Answer is 15.2 and answer is 15.2. So how can we place the number in the place value chart? Firstly, you will put the decimal in the place value chart, then you will start from the right side and then you will move to the left side. So this one is our original number, and after putting this original number in the place value chart, we will multiply this given number by 10. As in 10 we have 1 0, so one place, we will shift one place to the right side. Whenever you will multiply a number by 10, number moves one column to the left. In place value chart, each digit will move one column to the left. As this one is your left side, so 1 moves one place to the left, 5 moves one place to the left, 2 moves one place to the left. So the new place, so firstly the place of 1 was ones. Now the new place of 1 after the movement is tens. Firstly the place of 5 was tens. Now the new place of 5 is ones. The previous place of 2 was 100. Now after multiplication by 10, the new place of 2 is 10. So after multiplication, our answer is 15.2. Got it? So come to the next example. 27.2 by 10. 27.2 by 10. So how many zeros in 10? We have only 1 0 in 10. 1 0 in 10. So again it's one place. It's one place. So we will move our given number 27.2 by 1 column to the left side in the place value chart. So firstly we will put our given number in the place value chart, 27.2. So firstly we will put the decimal. Right side digit is 2 and the left side digit is 7 and 2. So this one is our original number, 27.2. Now we will multiply this 27.2 by 10. So when we will multiply a decimal number by 10, our number will move one column to the left in the place value chart. So let's start the movement of the digits. Now this 2 will move one column to the left. 7 will move one column to the left. 2 will move one column to the left, and decimal will be at the same place. So after the movement of these numbers, let's see what will be the new place. 2 moves to the 100 place. 7 moves to the tens place. 2 moves to the ones place. So in the tens place we have no digits, so we will put 0 here. 0 is as a placeholder because there is no more digit, that's why we will put 0, and 0 is here just for placeholder. So after multiplication our answer is, what is our answer? 27.2 multiplied by 10, we are getting answer 272.0. Our answer is 272.0. that is our required answer, or you can also write 272. You can also write it 272. Got it? Come to the third example. 1.3 multiplied by 10. 1.3 multiplied by 10. So how many zeros in 10? 1 0. So one place, and our number is 1.3. Our given number is 1.3. So firstly we will put this given number in the place value chart. So 1.3. To put this original number in the place value chart, we will firstly put the decimal. Right side digit is 3 and the left side digit is 1. So 1.3 is our original number. After multiplying this 1.3 in the place value chart, what is the rule? Number moves one column to the left. Number moves one column to the left. So this number will move one column to the left. This number will move one column to the left, and decimal will be at the same place. So what will be our new number? Our new places of the number. 1 is moving to the tens place. 3 is moving to the ones place, and in the tens place there is no more digits, so we will put 0 as the placeholder. Got it? So after multiplication the answer is 13.0. Answer is 13.0, or you can see 13. That is our required answer. Clear? Just what is the rule? After multiplying any decimal number by 10 by use of the place value chart, number moves one column to the left. Every number moves one column to the left in the place value chart, and decimal will be at the same place. Got it? I hope so. Both methods now should be clear in your mind, and along with this lecture one assignment will be attached. You have to solve that assignment by use of these both methods. You will follow the both methods in the given assignment. So by the same method, firstly you will attempt the question given numbers by this method, and you will also draw the place value chart for the same number. So each part will be solved by use of these both methods. Okay, thank you.